Some foods last a year, others last a decade. A few can outlast your lifetime. 20 foods exist that can sit on a shelf for years, sometimes decades, and remain safe to eat. No refrigeration required, no complex preparation. These are the foods that survive when everything else spoils. White rice stores longer than almost any other grain. When kept in airtight containers with oxygen absorbers, it can last 30 years or more. Studies from Brigham Young University found that rice stored for up to 3 decades retained both its nutrients and flavor. The key is proper storage. Use Mylar bags or food-grade buckets and keep them in cool, dry conditions. White rice has had its outer hull removed during processing. That hull contains the oils that cause spoilage in brown rice. Without it, white rice becomes nearly shelf-stable indefinitely. It is calorie-dense, lightweight, and can be prepared dozens of ways. During nearly every major crisis in modern history, rice has remained available as a reliable food staple. In some regions, it has even functioned as informal currency when standard supply chains break down. Canned vegetables lack the appeal of fresh produce, but their practicality is undeniable. The canning process vacuum seals and sterilizes the contents, giving them a shelf life of 5 to 10 years when stored properly. Some last longer. These cans also contain liquid, which can provide minor hydration in emergencies, though the sodium content is typically high. Canned vegetables retain fiber, antioxidants, and essential nutrients. They will not match fresh spinach in texture, but they deliver functional nutrition. Before consuming any canned food, inspect the can. Bulging, rust along seams, or deep dents can indicate botulism contamination. Discard compromised cans immediately. Honey found in ancient Egyptian tombs over 3,000 years old was still edible when archaeologists opened the jars. This is not a myth. Honey's low moisture content, high acidity, and trace amounts of hydrogen peroxide create an environment where bacteria cannot survive. Store it in a sealed glass jar, and it will last indefinitely. If it crystallizes, gentle warming restores its liquid state. Honey also functions as a natural antibiotic. It has been used for centuries to treat infections, soothe sore throats, and aid digestion. In wound care, it acts as a barrier against contamination. One critical warning: never give honey to infants under 1 year of age. It can contain botulism spores that an infant's digestive system cannot handle, leading to serious illness. Instant ramen noodles can last 1 to 2 years when stored in a cool, dry place. In optimal conditions, that may extend to 3 years, but no longer. The noodles are flash-fried or air-dried during production, removing nearly all moisture. Airtight packaging prevents bacterial growth. Ramen is inexpensive, calorie-dense, and requires only boiling water to prepare. It is not nutritionally complete. The sodium content is high, and it should not serve as a primary food source long-term. For short-term emergencies or supplemental calories, it functions well. Store the brick-style packs rather than cup versions, and keep them in airtight containers to protect against humidity and pests. White vinegar does not expire. Its acidity makes it self-preserving. It will not develop mold, it will not change flavor, and it will not degrade over time. Beyond cooking, vinegar serves as a cleaning agent, a preservative for pickling, and even a treatment for minor stings. A few gallon jugs stored in a cool, dark place can last indefinitely and serve multiple functions. No refrigeration is required. Dried lentils, when stored in airtight containers, can remain safe to eat for 25 to 30 years in optimal conditions. However, their vitamin content begins to degrade after 5 years. They retain protein, fiber, and iron and complex carbohydrates far longer. Lentils cook faster than most other legumes and do not require pre-soaking, which conserves both time and fuel. They take 25 to 30 minutes of boiling, a relevant consideration when planning for emergencies. Lentils can be turned into soups, stews, or even baked goods. For plant-based protein that stores well, they are among the best options available. Powdered milk offers the benefits of fresh milk without the spoilage risk. Non-fat dry milk can last up to 20 years or more when stored in sealed containers with oxygen absorbers. In its original packaging at room temperature, expect 1 to 2 years. Once opened, transfer it to a Mylar bag or an airtight container to extend its usability. Rehydrate it with water, and it provides calcium, protein, and essential vitamins. The taste and texture differ from fresh milk, but in an emergency, nutritional value matters more. Powdered milk can also be used in baking, pancakes, and sauces. Salt will last forever. It is a mineral, not an organic substance, and does not degrade. Beyond seasoning, salt has been used for centuries as one of the most reliable methods of food preservation. It draws moisture from food, preventing bacterial growth. For long-term storage, non-iodized salt without anti-caking agents stores best. Iodized salt and added agents can degrade over extremely long periods. A stockpile of salt is inexpensive, compact, and serves both culinary and preservation purposes. Dried beans, when stored properly, can last indefinitely. Like lentils, they remain safe to eat for decades, though their vitamin content decreases over time. The protein and mineral content stays intact much longer. Store them in airtight containers with oxygen absorbers and keep them below 70 degrees. They will require significant cooking time, often 1.5 to 2.5 hours, and need substantial water to rehydrate. In an emergency, fuel and water availability become limiting factors. Despite this, beans are a cornerstone of long-term food storage due to their caloric density and nutritional profile. Baking soda does not expire. It is chemically stable and will not break down over time. Beyond baking, it serves as a cleaning agent, deodorizer, and even a treatment for minor burns or insect bites. Store it in a sealed container to prevent moisture absorption, which can cause clumping but does not render it unusable. A few containers of baking soda provide utility far beyond the kitchen. Sugar, like salt, lasts indefinitely when kept dry. Moisture causes clumping, but the sugar remains safe to use. Sugar serves multiple purposes. It preserves fruit through jams and syrups. It provides an instant source of calories, which becomes valuable during high-energy situations. It can even be used in wound care, where it draws moisture and inhibits bacterial growth. In a crisis, sugar can improve morale. A small amount of sweetness makes bland survival meals more tolerable. Cooking oils and ghee are essential for preparing food and adding necessary fats to the diet. Vegetable oil typically lasts 1 to 2 years, while refined oils may extend to 3 years. Olive oil lasts 18 to 24 months. Ghee, due to its low moisture content and stability, can last 3 to 5 years at room temperature. GHE tolerates high heat cooking without breaking down, making it suitable for frying and sautéing. Store all oils in a cool, dark place to maximize their shelf life. Fats provide critical calories and improve the flavor of stored foods. Freeze-dried fruits can last up to 25 years while retaining most of their flavor and nutritional content. Unlike fresh fruit, which spoils in days, freeze-dried options provide vitamins and natural sugars for decades. They are lightweight, compact, and easy to store. Canned fruits, while not as long-lasting, still offer 3 to 5 years of shelf life and serve as an excellent source of vitamins during emergencies. Both options provide variety and nutrition when fresh produce is unavailable. Bouillon cubes add concentrated flavor to otherwise bland meals. When surviving on rice, beans, or canned vegetables, bouillon provides depth that improves both taste and morale. These cubes last 5 to 10 years, often longer depending on storage conditions. They are lightweight, compact, and easy to include in any emergency kit. A small supply transforms basic survival food into something more palatable. Meals ready to eat, originally developed for military use, provide a complete, self-contained meal that requires no cooking. Each MRE includes a main course, side dishes, snacks, condiments, and often a dessert. They contain approximately 1,200 to 1,300 calories per meal. When stored at room temperature, around 80 degrees, MREs last 3 to 5 years. In cooler conditions, around 60 degrees or below, they can last 10 years or more. Temperature is the determining factor. Storage above 85 degrees significantly shortens their shelf life. The flameless ration heaters included with MREs produce hydrogen gas and heat. Use them only in well-ventilated areas, never in enclosed spaces. MREs are convenient and nutritionally balanced, but they are high in sodium and not intended as a permanent diet. Wheat berries are whole, unprocessed wheat kernels. When stored in airtight containers in a cool place, they can last 30 years or more. Unlike flour, which goes rancid relatively quickly, wheat berries retain their nutrients and can be ground into fresh flour as needed. They can also be cooked into porridge or added to salads. The ability to produce fresh flour on demand makes wheat berries a versatile addition to long-term storage. Hardtack is a survival biscuit made from flour and water. It has fed sailors, soldiers, and explorers for centuries. When stored properly, hardtack can last for decades. It will not win any culinary awards, but it remains edible and calorie-dense long after other foods have spoiled. In a true survival situation, hardtack provides sustenance when nothing else is available. Pemmican is a traditional survival food developed by indigenous peoples in North America. It combines dried meat, rendered fat, and sometimes dried berries into a compact, calorie-dense block. It provides protein, fat, and carbohydrates in one package. Explorers, trappers, and warriors relied on it during long journeys where food was scarce. Properly stored, pemmican can last decades without refrigeration. It remains a practical choice for emergency supplies. Peanut butter checks every requirement for a survival food. It is calorie-dense, protein-rich, and full of healthy fats. 2 tablespoons deliver nearly 200 calories. It contains magnesium, vitamin E, and niacin. It requires no refrigeration and lasts for years when unopened. It is ready to eat directly from the jar. In an emergency, morale matters as much as nutrition. A spoonful of peanut butter when conditions are difficult provides both energy and comfort. Store it in a cool, dry place, and it will remain usable for years. Note that peanut butter is a major allergen. Alternatives like sunflower seed butter exist, though they have shorter shelf lives. These 20 foods are practical, tested options for long-term storage. Some will last for decades, and some last indefinitely. Each has earned its place because it provides reliable nutrition without refrigeration or complex preparation. When infrastructure fails, these foods remain viable. Stock them properly, rotate them as needed, and they will serve their purpose when the time comes.